Back in 2023, I used to work at Pizza Hut, and then I got fired for something. And so, after living in the house with my mom for a few months, and things were getting pretty tense, and so I decided that what I should do is go to culinary school because I've been into culinary for a while now, and I thought it was the best option going forward. I could work a career that I actually liked and sort of enjoy it, even get benefits from it, do things like that. And I like cooking, I like being a chef. So I went to culinary school, and the thing is, it wasn't really all that it was cracked up to be. It was kind of, I wasn't really feeling it. We had a lot going on. There was a lot. It wasn't like a normal college. There was a lot of like work we had to do, extra work. No one could leave until everyone was done with the kitchen. And so I stopped. And then after that, I had a few months of just sort of wandering around doing nothing until I got a job working at my dad's cousin's church. And I kind of just stayed there, sort of coasting along. Because I was telling myself I was making money. I was doing good, right? I'm working a job. But it wasn't enough. For some reason, it wasn't enough. See, I got into self-improvement. And before any of this, I tried a lot of online businesses. I tried drop shipping with my brother. I tried e-commerce. I tried making an eBay store. I tried a lot of these things to make money. Because I always known that I'm going to be highly successful, but I didn't know in what. And it just wasn't enough. I had worked out. I got the body I wanted, the physique. I started looking more attractive. I started talking to girls, but it wasn't enough. And then in late 2024, in October of 2024, something happened, something changed. It sort of clicked. Like, everything became clear to me that the problem that I was doing was not that business is wrong. It was that my approach to business and then my failing and subsequent jobs I got after it came from a fundamental lack of understanding on how the world works, on how business works, on how people work, on how economics even being a thing. All of this had eluded me. And from my perspective, I had started self-improvement way back in 2022 when Andrew Tate, Hamza, all these people popped off. And I thought if I just followed what they said, I'd become successful. Well, they weren't wrong, but the approach and the mindset I had about money and the world was wrong. It's because I didn't understand anything about business. And so what I realized, like I said, in October 2024, was that I need to learn more to become a complete man. Because you see, the thing is, a man is not complete just by making money or just starting a business, which I didn't even know how to do that back then. A man becomes complete when he knows everything. And that might sound a bit hyperbolic or odd, but the thing is, I realized that I could truly do anything that I wanted. I could achieve anything I wanted if I learned how to do everything. The goal to me became clear as day. It was almost as if I had a vision, epiphany, where the goal is to become Bruce Wayne. My goal, the goal of every man, should be to learn everything and become good in all areas, not just one thing. Because the thing is, what led me to take that first job, go to culinary school, and then take the second job that I had, was the pursuit of money. But I didn't realize that becoming a man is more about just getting money. And by chasing other things like discipline and things like knowledge and acceptance, that would actually lead to more money and better results. So, as a result, that led me to create Project 30. Project 30 is summed up in one line. You must become a complete man before the age of 30, or by the age of 30. Because the thing is, a man's peak is at age 30. All of us right now, you and I, we're all in our 20s. We're all in that age where we're up and coming. We're the new generation. We are the next generation that's going to come up because we're in our 20s. We're starting to enter the job market. We're starting to do bigger, better things. And the thing is, it's not actually the millennials that made the biggest change, because if you look at it, the older generation, like your grandparents and even like older parents in the 50s, they are still in charge running the regime. So they're in charge now that the millennials And the Gen Xers, they're adults. But they're not going to make any big substantial change. It is us. It is the young generation Gen Z that is actually going to make the biggest splash in the pool. That's because that we have something they don't. And that is drive. We have goals. We have dreams. And you could say, like, I know they have some too. But we are hungry. That's the difference, is that our generation is hungry, up and coming for this new world. And so, in order to be ready for that, you must become a master of yourself. And to do that, you need to master all these different areas of life. A man is not complete just by knowing one thing. He's complete by knowing all things. There is money. Being a complete man means having a good physique, being in shape, sure, self-improvement. But also knowing how to make money, how to provide, how to do things. Speaking skills, being able to talk and articulate yourself. Being good at relationships, not just talking to women, but being charismatic, being social, being funny, the guy who everyone kind of wants around. Being well-read, being well-studied. The thing is, a lot of people, they're addicted to their phones. And everyone knows that this is bad with dopamine detox. But being well-read and being able to speak clearly are two of some of the best skills that you're going to learn in life. Because it's going to separate you from the rest of the crowd. All right, it's going to be able to stand out. Being well-dressed, being fashion, a lot of trends and brands, going around like the quarter zips and things like that are bringing back people wearing more traditional clothes that just look better and look like you care more about your appearance rather than being lax. Again, this is also going to separate you from most of the crowd. It's going to get you in that top 1% that you always wanted to be in. Being social, talking to a lot of people. I know it. Use your introvert. Introvert, that is just a phrase that people made up to make it okay to not be social. But the thing is, if you're not social, you can learn, and you have to learn. You don't have to be the life of the party, you don't have to be like the biggest, loudest, but you do have to know how to present yourself and convey other people ideas. Convey your ideas to other people, speak, and be able to teach things and instruct other people on who you are as a person. And also, most importantly, is happiness. Happiness, like I said, is the key to all of these things opening. And actually, again, despite me, I haven't made $1 yet since I left my last job. I'm more happy now than ever. It's because my mind and my body, because those things are in tandem. And once you learn who you are as a person and you just live with an open heart, it allows you can not help but just be happy 24/7. And last of all, being highly intelligent, which comes about by studying, reading books, committing yourself to being a lifelong student. All of this that we are talking about, these ideas that we're pulling together, are the final conclusion. This is the final stage of what self-improvement is supposed to look like. It started off with, you went to the gym. You probably started off with that, getting the gym, getting discipline. And then, trying to start a business. And then if you listen to a lot of people online, you probably failed. Not because it's not cut out for you. I see that a lot of you. It's because you didn't know. You didn't have the tools that are needed. Because the thing is, you are a lifelong project. You weren't just going to go make $1 million in 2023 and then have it be over. This is a lifelong project because you are your greatest project. And only you can actually craft yourself into being the person that you are. So, this is Project 30, where we are going to not only retire before 30, but we are going to become a complete man by 30. This is our goal, all right? And the thing is that we do not care. And I'm saying this now for all of us. We do not care about sports, about politics, about things that do not matter. All we care about is stacking bread, improving ourselves every day, and learning to live our life to the fullest. Because we're all going to die someday. And the time is now. You're in your 20s. You actually have such a large advantage. We have a large advantage. And old people tell us all the time that we have an advantage over older people who want their youth back. And I agree. I agree that you are never going to be hotter and younger than you are currently right now. And we are going to do this together. We are actually going to learn that the reason I've shot this in my basement and put all this stuff around is because one day I'm going to record a video from my pet house talking to people on the internet, and I can show that I started off here at the bottom and then learned to climb to the top, because it is a climb and a build to become a man. Project 30. Become a complete man. We're going to retire before 30. drawing now.